On the first section of our morning show today, we're talking about an upcoming spring craft fair. It's so much fun to talk about spring things, that's for sure. Nascar Fans United Walk with Grace team getting set for that event coming up this weekend. And Lorna Maxwell's in the studio with us to talk about it. Here we go. It's already this Saturday.
Here we go. It's awesome to say the word spring. So Spring Craft Fair this weekend, Saturday. It's at the lower level of the Ramada, and it's near the rear parking lot entrance. You can come in that way. And we are scheduled to have 39 vendors, awesome vendors with all different things to sell. The event goes from 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. We will have a bucket auction drawing at 2:45, which is donations from vendors and the team. So that's a part of our day. We will have a bake sale going on while we're having the Spring Craft Fair. And I have a list of the awesome vendors and what they're bringing, and so I'd like to share that. We have 39 vendors, if I didn't already say that.
My goodness. And of course, you're at the Ramada, so you've got plenty of space for them.
Lots of space. Well, this has been our problem, which is a good problem, is finding more space for the number of vendors that want to come. And so we've moved around different places, so now we're in the lower level of the Ramada, which has a lot of space.
Should work out well. Well, yeah, go over the names of the vendors for us.
All right. Some of the vendors. Marcia Cord's Many Paws Bakery, homemade all-natural dog treats. Susan Hafner, homemade doll clothes for 18-inch American dolls. Julie Kemet's sweet and special confectionery items. John Trudeau, Charmed Expressions, charmed jewelry. Sonia Trudeau, Pampered Chef, cash and carry items. Rita Ratowski, crocheted, knit, sewn items, towels, Barbie clothes. Annette Riley, homemade bath salts and gemstone trees. Tracy Buman, hand-painted dot merchandise, home decor, rocks, and notebooks. Judy DeMuth, Labrie and natural skincare, aloe-based. Stacy Walters, Lavender Experiment, LLC, various lavender products, bath and body soap, shower steamers. Audrey Blau, table runners, a variety of colors and patterns. Linda Mickelson, folk art flowers in vases, silk bouquets, wire flowers, necklaces, and rings. Melissa Fruit, drinking cups, necklaces, and home decor made with epoxy. Kim Keel, paper pie, books for children of all ages. Kelly Addison, sublimation prints. Jean King, King's Honey, honey and honey products made with honey and beeswax, soap, body butter, lip balm, cowboy candy. Stephanie Michaels, homemade jewelry, genuine leather earrings, claw clips, purses, travel jewelry boxes, seasonal decor. Patty Geis, Mary Kay. Kate Gilbertson, resin coasters and keychains. Tricia Frazier, All Natural Love, organic, natural, non-toxic products, soap, skincare, roller remedies, pet care, household cleaners, laundry detergent, and more. Chad and Tamara Tanner, 3D printed products. Linda Banker, crocheted dolls, animals, plants, and flowers. Tammy Anderson, purses, magnets, felt toys, upcycled jackets. Tanya Tulsley, sublimation and handmade crafts. Kendra Pardoon, spring home decor. Lorraine Service, Jordan Essentials. Vicki Simonson, the country peddler, custom sewing and embroidery products. Brianna Ewing, crocheted plushies and others. Justine Johnson, Valley View Ridge, April plans and air plant displays. Erin Ferentz, 3D prints, laser engraved and crocheted items. Deborah Pardoon and Millie Theed, crafted gnomes, spring homemade crafts, candy rabbits, and more. Kids jewelry, chapstick butterflies, microwave potholders, and hand-sewn items. Sarah Pinkham, potholders, towels, lighted bottles, glasses, and other crafts. Erica Felstead, gluten-free baked goods. Galen Jacob, plants, hair bows, and other crafts. Carrie Henning, handmade jewelry. Valerie Muller, Belame Skincare, wellness and makeup. Deb Muller, dream catchers and potholders. Julie Hoffman, jewelry, headbands, cups, and pens. Renee Pletzer, Pletzer's photography and pictures.
That's a great list.
It's a wonderful list of all kinds of good things to come and buy, yes.
I know you put together a fair in the fall, right around
Yes.
deer hunting. How is this one a little bit different?
Well, this has different things for sale, of course, more spring-like things, and we have Easter things and then whatever else, but it's just a nice way to get out and go somewhere after a winter of being shut in. And the vendors have been very busy making their products and over the winter, and so it's a different, it's a different craft fair, but a good one.
Great place to get some gifts.
Yes, or look for Easter items. Yes,
For decorating.
Yes.
And then, of course, it's all a benefit for Grace as well.
Yes,
How does NASCAR Fans United generate money from this for Grace?
Well, the vendors pay a fee for a table. And so that is the biggest part of our money making. And then our bake sale that we have, and then our bucket auction also. But it's mainly the fees that the vendors have paid to come to the craft fair is how we make our money.
The tickets for the car will be available that day as well, I understand?
Yes. We're going to have tickets for sale for the car that day. And we're also going to have tickets for the Quilt Gala, which coming up in May, which I'll mention a little bit later also. So we'll have tickets for that available too. And the tickets for the Quilt Gala are $10. This gives you admission to the Quilt Gala. Plus, we're going to sell beer and wine, and we're going to have finger foods, so it pays for your finger foods.
So that's coming up down the road. I know you were talking about it, maybe the idea was there the last time you were here.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the Quilt Gala coming up on May 17th.
Yes.
And how's it as far as quilts that are going to be there?
I'm very excited about it. I was here before to talk about it, to ask people to make quilts and quilted items for the show. So, a heads up, because and I know you can't make a quilt overnight. It takes time, plus then you have to have it quilted. So I was here earlier for that. I'll be coming again to talk about it before May. But it's coming along wonderfully. I've had many offers for donations, over 20 that I know of right now. And I'm sure we'll be having more people interested in donating. And it's never too late to donate. If you have something already made or on hand, and it's any quilted item, a quilt, table runner, a wall hanging, placemats, whatever. We will take any quilted item for the gala.
It's going to be a special night. You're asking people to dress up, perhaps, and
Yes.
come out?
Well, some people feel intimidated by that. They think they have to go out and buy a tux or a prom dress. No, we're not expecting you to do that. If you do, wonderful. If you have a nice skirt or dress pants and a blouse and a shawl or whatever, just so you dress up and get into the mood of the fun of the gala is what we want.
How will the quilts be sold off that night?
We are going to have them auctioned off. We're going to have an auctioneer come and auction them off. And when they bring their quilted item, or we, drop it off or whatever, we haven't set that all up yet. But do a description for the quilt, to describe it, the measurements, the name of it, whatever information they can give about it for the auction will be very helpful.
Will there be pictures online of the quilts?
Yes. Thank you. My daughter, April, is putting pictures online of some of the quilts that, we have gotten pictures of. And like I said, I will be contacting people coming up soon. If they do have something they want to donate, if they can send pictures to her, and I didn't bring her email, I'm sorry, but they can contact me. And if we can get pictures online, which we've been putting pictures out online of what's going to be available for sale.
Those are kind of teasers.
Yes.
But I think the whole thing around this is you really can't get the appreciation for a quilt till you see it in person.
Right. You can look at pictures and get an idea of what it is, but you can't see the quilting and the wonderful piecing until you have a real close look at it up close. We're going to borrow the stands from the Quilt Guild here to hang them all up, and so they will be easy to see and admire and bid on. So save your money.
It'll be in the community center gym, so there should be plenty of space to fill it up with quilts, right?
Oh, yes. As many as we can get, I think it's a tribute to the quilters in the area who spend so much time on their craft, and give them attention, plus making money for Grace, which is what our main goal is to do.
And it's a combination of quilts that maybe are freshly made, maybe will you have some vintage ones there?
I do. I have two, that I know of, I have two vintage quilts that are going to be for sale. One is a postage stamp quilt, which if you don't know that, it's like 1-inch squares. The other one is a grandmother's flower garden, which are hexagons sewn together. So I have two vintage quilts that are being donated for the auction, plus the new quilts that people are making and wall hangings.
Just ready to take home and love then, right?
Yes. Well, and we were at a planning meeting at a restaurant, and there was this couple that came in for date night. So I have a suggestion. Come for date night on the 17th. Bring your date and buy her a quilt. I mean, what a better present to buy for your date. Better than flowers, candy. It will last a lot longer and be enjoyed.
It can be generational, can't it?
Yes, it can be. It can be.
So that's May 17th. Will you be selling advance tickets or not?
Yes, we're going to be selling tickets at the craft fair. And any of our team members have tickets to sell for it also. Yes, we would love people to buy their tickets ahead of time and give us an idea of how many people are going to attend. That will be very helpful.
NASCAR Fans United, you guys really think outside the box, because this is a new thing, a new item. And
It is. I was upset, I guess, of how the quilts were bid on the last time. They were, it was the best everybody could do, but I just didn't feel it gave good vibes for the quilters or the buyers. I mean, this way you can see what's there. People can explain to you about the quilt, give you an idea of how they were made or whatever questions you might have about them. But give the quilters credit for their work, plus making money for Grace.
That's a great win-win situation there, I think.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So getting back to the Spring Craft Fair this weekend, again, a lot of those items are made with love, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And reading the list, I mean, there's a lot of talent out there I don't know how to crochet or knit. I mean, so I like those items, but I don't know how to do it. And other things that, that they're making, baked goods or craft items, air plants. I know we've had those before, but just a lot of neat things for sale for people who come to the craft fair for an outing.
Mm-hmm. Some old styles and new styles, like with the 3D printing and things like that.
Yes. I don't understand that either, but yes, some really neat, interesting items that way. Yes.
What are the hours again this weekend, Lorna?
The hours are from 9 to 3, and it's a lower level of the Ramada, which is in the rear of the Ramada parking lot entrance, and come and enjoy our spring craft fair and our bake sale. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong there, too.
No. No.
So can people contribute to the bake sale, or is it just your team members?
If they want to.
Sure.
Certainly.
Okay.
Certainly. Yeah, we take any donations.
Very good.
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to add for this weekend?
No, I just hope everyone comes out and enjoys the day. I don't know what the weather is supposed to be, but we'll be inside. It doesn't really matter. But come and enjoy the crafters and their crafts, and buy some baked goods and maybe some tickets for the car and for the quilt gala, and we'll have a super day.
I hope so. Yeah, I think it's going to be like lower 50s, somewhere in that area. So sometimes when it's too nice, that's a detriment too, right?
It is. We're all anxious to get out there and get in the dirt and dig around, but it's too early to do that.
Too early to do that.
Yes.
So come dig around at the craft fair. Then.
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
Well, good to see you.
Yes, good to see you.
Salute
Thank you.
to NASCAR Fans United. You guys do such a great job raising money for
Thank
Grace.
you very much.
Yeah, why do you do it?
Well, all of us have someone in our families who've been touched by cancer, and know what that's like. Personally, my husband had cancer. My dad had cancer. My mother had leukemia. I mean, and we have friends that, have gone through cancer. And it's just some way to help, hopefully someday eliminate it, with all the research that they're doing, or better treatments. I mean, the treatments today for cancer are so different from, when I was in nursing school, I just couldn't believe how horrendous the treatments were. Not that they aren't today, but the results weren't good either. But now, today, we do have good results from the treatments for cancer, but the ultimate goal is to get rid of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Gives everybody hope, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Good deal. Well, thanks for coming in today,
Thank
Lorna.
you.
You bet. Lorna Maxwell, representing the NASCAR Fans United Walk with Grace team. Don't forget the Spring Craft Fair this weekend, 9 to 3, the lower level of the Ramada White House in Richland Center.